What do these second graders know about torn paper collage? Let's review and chart the techniques explored and described last week.
If somebody didn't know how to take a piece of paper and make some art out of it just with their hands, what could you tell them to do? What's one thing you can do with your paper? Yes?
You can start ripping it into cool shapes and see what happens.
You can start ripping it into cool shapes and see what happens. Which way should I rip my first example? What do you think? Yes?
Maybe you should rip it like in the tall.
The tall way, the vertical way. Can we say vertical?
Vertical.
This was one thing we did. We ripped it vertically to make long strips. What else could I do?
Rip it up.
Yes?
Rip it again.
Rip it again? Oh my goodness. I'm going to keep going, okay?
Rip it again.
And I'm going to rip it again. Ah! Oh, until I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going. I have so many long strips now. Oh, what did I make?
Oh, you're making
A curl. Okay.
color.
Jojo, we're going to make a chart here so we can remember everything. I have here, what do we want to call this kind of shape? What can we call it? What's a name we could give it? Yes.
A pepper.
A pepper shape. So this long shape, we're going to call it a pepper shape. Do you like that name for it, everyone? Who has a different name? Let's give it a few names. Yes. Does anybody have a different name for that kind of piece? Yes?
Curly Q.
Curly Q. Oh, I love it. Any other names for that? Yes?
Tackies.
Tackies, like they look like the chips, right? Those chips that are.
Tackies, it's hot.
They're hot, like a hot Takis chip. Now I'm curious if I tried to rip my paper the other way, because I think, does anybody remember what kind of shape it's going to make?
A shoe.
Right, it made a shoe shape. So here's another one.
No, it's a boot.
A shoe or a boot would be another way to name that
Wait a minute.
one. Sorry, Jojo, I have the paper.
Is that a big old shoe?
Does anybody have a different name for the shoe or boot shape?
What is the shoe type?
Is the shoe tied? Yes, it is. Very funny. That's good.
Is that a big old shoe?
It's a big old shoe or boot. What about my other piece? How can we call this one? What kind of shape is this?
Pizza.
A triangle. Any other names for this piece? What does it remind you of? Yes.
Cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza. Absolutely. What else? A mountain. A triangle mountain pizza.
I was at pepperoni.
A pepperoni pizza. It could be any kind of pizza. Yes.
A ladder.
A ladder. It could be a ladder. Very smart. What else does it remind you of?
Pineapple pizza.
A pineapple pizza. We have all the kinds of flavors of pizza. Yes.
Maybe a top of the knife.
The tip of a knife. The pointy tip of a knife. Good thinking. Yes.
A house.
A house. It could be a house. Okay. So we ripped some paper to see what would happen, and these are some of the shapes that we came up with. What else could you do to explore with your paper? Does anybody remember some of the other things that we did? What else did we do?
We did a pizza, and we also did another lizard dragon.
We made lots of puppets, lizard dragons, pizzas. If I wanted to make this into a pizza with toppings, what could I do to it? What's something I could do to make the toppings? Yes.
You gotta put the pickle.
I have to put the pickle on top, right? What if I wanted to use this piece as my pickle? Can I layer my pieces?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we all say layer?
Layer.
Layer. One of the things we did last time was we layered pieces on top of other pieces. Yes.
Maybe you could put it into pepperoni pizza.
Oh, should I make a pepperoni pizza right now?
Yeah.
I think, the pepperoni, what kind of shape do I need to try to get for a pepperoni topping? What do you think?
A triangle, but you should also use a yellow one.
I should use yellow. You're right. I'll use another color. I'm gonna make. Oh, can I make pepperoni brown? Yeah. What if I made little tiny pieces? Would that work?
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing we can.
But it can be. But the pepperoni can be any shape.
The pepperoni can be any
Yeah,
shape.
and it can be any color.
And it can be any color. I love that. Can we put that down? You can use any shape or color. That's something important that we figured out last week.
Because you don't need the same color like every time. Because you don't need red for pepperoni.
Yeah, it could be whatever you want it to be. I'm going to give this to JoJo just to show layering, so we remember about layering pieces on top. But I love that you're bringing up that you can use any shape or any color. Friends, we are going to make, this with layering, yeah. We are going to make a big puppet together today. I think that we might want to try to think of some more things that we could do with paper. I know that last week when you all were experimenting with your paper, I saw some amazing ideas about how to use the paper that we didn't even talk about last week. Can I pass out a new sheet of paper to everyone? And I'm just going to give you like 3 minutes to play around and see what else can you do with this paper. What else can you do with your hands and the paper? See if you can come up with another idea. Any color, it doesn't matter what color, because remember we're going to put them together at the end.
Miss Avery,
Yes.
can I make an origami?
You can do whatever you want to with this piece of paper. See if you can think of, we didn't make origami last week, so that would be a really cool thing to show.
Torn paper collage advice from second graders. You can start ripping it into cool shapes and see what happens. Different people might describe the same thing in different ways. You gotta put the pickle. In other words, you can layer. The pepperoni can be any shape or color. You can do what you want.